Alrighty, so what we have here is one of the Oaths of Allegiance L1a1s. This is the 3D printed version. What I've tried to do is kind of paint it wood effect, but you know, my painting skills aren't that great. However, it's been weathered to make it look like it's got wear marks, and a sort of like a natural finish. But yeah, this one comes in a kit form. The instructions really simple to follow. Comes with the required glue, like really good super glue, and wooden dowels. And as long as you test fit it, cut the dowels to fit size wise, you're going to have zero problems. It is so simple to put together. Again, it's got sling loops, so you can fit a sling as long as you don't pull it too tight. You can leave the sling as is. The magazine will come off, but there's no moving parts on this whatsoever. But yeah, that's the Oaths of Allegiance one. So we'll move on to this one. So this is an M79 grenade launcher. This is made by a guy on eBay. Now this has moving parts, so the trigger moves, safety moves, the trigger guard rotates, the front sight flips up and down, and the release works on this. So you flip it to the side, you can open the barrel, and inside there's a 40mm shell, like so. Alright, let's see if I can take it out. Nah, it's in there. But yeah, there's a dummy 40mm shell in there. And then you just close it back up. Job done. So, yeah, these are 3D printed. They're ideal, I reckon, for display. I wouldn't use them for reenacting or anything, unless you have them out for an actual kit display. These aren't going to take any running around or any rough handling. That one is a little bit more fragile than this one. I accidentally knocked it and it broke here. However, that is zero issue because I've got a cleaning rod from the SA80 cleaning kit, popped it inside the barrel and inside here, and then glued it back together, so it acted like a splint, and there's zero wobble in that now. They do make a couple of different versions of this. They make this one, which is obviously the wood stock version. They make a plastic stock version, which is slightly different. You know, it's got the different contour on the stock and what have you. And they also supply one with the old suet sight fitted as well. So that's these two. So yeah, they're 3D printed. And we'll move on to this one. So this is a denix replica of an M16A1. All I've done with this is rub down the finish, just to again get a little bit of wear marks on it. There's like hardly any moving parts on this, apart from the cock and handle. So you can cock it, pull the trigger, and it does sort of semi-dry fire. You can fit the scope to the carry handle, but you're going to have to rub some of the finish off, because dimensions wise it is slightly out, but not enough that it's going to be any major work. Again, just rub either side and test fit, and it will fit. Tell you what I will do, I'll show you the magazines. Right, so this is the magazine that comes with it. Right. To stop it rattling, I've had to put a bit of tape around the top, right? But there's nothing inside it. It's just there to have the shape. But what you can do is you can pop a real magazine in. The only downside is it's not going to catch on the the magazine release isn't going to catch on this. So you're basically relying on friction, right? So the friction will hold the magazine in place. So it does look a lot better than the rub down denix one, right? The other thing I've noticed is, yeah, it's got a bayonet lug, but this is a real bayonet. Let me just check. I've already tried. The flash hider is too big, so you can see it doesn't even fit over. So I've got no, I don't even have any way of finding out if that locks in place. I mean, I do know there is a replica bayonet out there. You know, I could try that, but I don't want to be doing anything to this. Don't want to be boring that out. But yeah, as a replica, it's okay. You've got to do a little bit of work to it, and like I say, you can pop genuine magazines in, because it does take a little bit of pulling, so it's not going to just fall out. But what you can do is, if I put them side by side, right, so you can see the cutout on the denix one is a little bit higher up, right? Now, I'm not saying hacksaw holes into a Colt magazine, but if you've got an old SA80 magazine, for instance, if you get the measurements of that, transfer it to this, and you can Dremel it out a little square here, which I've done with an SA80 magazine, it will lock in the magazine well. So we've got a denix, and we've got two 3D printed ones. So yeah, there's a couple of options for weapons at shows if you're a reenactor, or if you're a veteran who served in the time that these came out. It's a good option. So yeah, there's the other side. So there's plenty of detail on there. Again, nothing works on it, but for what you're wanting it for, which would be like a wall hanger, for instance, it does the job. So yeah, check them out.